Coming up, elementary school students team up outside of the classroom.
And a new class prepares students for the future.
All of this and more.
Frisco ISD-TV starts right now.
Welcome to Frisco ISD-TV. I'm Tori Bates.
And I'm Kassidy Freeman. We're glad you're with us.
We start the show with It's Elementary, My Dear, where students compete to be champions of their own league. Brandon Bird has more.
These students are showcasing their talents on the field. Kirstin Elementary School's Tiny Tines are supporting their young seals at a higher level. Coach Beer enjoys the rush of the school's annual flag football tournament.
I love to see all the excitement that the kids get by building up to the finale, the Super Bowl here, seeing the progress that they make from the beginning to the end. And I also love it that the parents come and it's just like one big happy day.
Parents coming down, seeing their kids play, having the kids be able to take a day and see competition.
It's a score and ends up for students as well.
I enjoy a lot that we get to come out here and walk all the way from school. And it's really fun, just how we all work together.
I like to just take off school and actually get to play flag football for like the first time and win a tournament.
The main thing I enjoy is how the kids get to run around with their friends and they try to make a winning team that gets to play in the tournament.
I hope they take away teamwork and getting along with each other and just coming together to play. I like that they have a chance to root for their other classmates.
Teamwork, sportsmanship, and not everybody wins all the time, but some of these kids may never be on a real team. And also, I like the way the girls are playing football. They learn about it, so later in the future, if they're in drill team or band or whatever, they might actually understand the game.
You guys got this! Keep on going!
Dallas Cowboys mascot Rowdy was a big hit as he got in on the fun. The champions win an award that travels throughout the school.
Go! They win a trophy that we pass down for each unit. Flag football is our first, and then it goes to volleyball, basketball, etc.
I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win!
It's a lot of fun that we get to leave school and walk to the field, and then we get to enjoy a football game in the middle of the day instead of regular class time.
I like that it brings the whole Kurt Singer family together.
It shows them that whether you lose or win, you do it as a team.
Hopefully for these students, the assignment of playing and having fun will score a touchdown that will last a long time. I'm Brandon Bird for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Brandon. What a great way to boost their confidence through teamwork.
Yeah, it's fun to be competitive every once in a while. However, it's also nice to have a study break. Tyson Clendenning got in on the class that gives students a little extra time.
Clark Middle School has a goal of making sure students live up to their academic potential. They have added an extra class period that brings students home.
Cougar Den is an additional class period we added to the end of our school day to allow kids the opportunity to get extra help, to make up work, to work with other kids, collaborate on projects, those kinds of things.
Cougar Den is helpful for students with limited time or transportation.
I think it's a really great thing for our kids. I think that it gives them a chance if maybe, they're a bus rider or they have something after school, it gives them a chance that they can improve their work or ask questions if they aren't able to go to tutorials.
It's a very accessible time. You can use it to do homework.
Sometimes I just am really busy and I won't have time to finish it and it affects my grades.
When I get my homework done, I get it turned in early so I wouldn't get a late grade.
I don't feel like I'm being rushed to do my work and I have time in 9th period or Cougar Den to do it, and it's just really a sufficient way to finish your work.
The campus has seen an increase in grades.
We have several math teachers who have commented that for the first time in their teaching careers they don't have any zeros in the grade book.
I'm not as stressed to stay up late at night trying to stay awake to study and get all my stuff done.
Sometimes when the kids take the homework home to do it, If they get stuck on an answer, they won't even try it. They won't even attempt it. They'll just skip it and go to the next one. But when you get the opportunity to do the homework in a class with your peers or with a teacher right there, if they get stuck, the help and the feedback is immediate.
Cougar Den allows students to work together to tackle their assignments.
It allows my peers and me personally to just not come after school or before school and just get classwork done in class or late work.
They don't have to sit at home and kind of suffer over their homework because they don't know how to get started. If they need help, their teacher is available right then and there. So it's very effective.
Hopefully the Den has not only made students feel at home, but it's also brought out the fierceness of these Cougars. I'm Tyson Clinton for Frisco ISD-TV.
Thanks, Tyson. In higher learning, Mary Kate Sunderman looks into how a different approach in one class could lead to more success in another.
Good evening. Thank you for coming to our AP Capstone meeting on the west side of Frisco.
Advanced placement classes, also known as AP, are meant to prepare students for the toughness of college-level work. Many AP classes are offered in Frisco ISD, and the district now has a course in place to help students before they even get started. Informational meetings were held for parents and students to learn about the new opportunity.
The point of the class is really more teaching skills, kind of teaching critical thinking skills, some collaboration skills, the ability to look at things from multiple perspectives, and this is really more about the skills that overlay all of those courses.
The AP Capstone diploma program involves two different classes, AP Seminar and AP Research. They can be taken by any student interested as early as their sophomore year.
It is a 2-year program, so this first year we're going to focus on 10th and 11th graders to give them the opportunity to take both years, but even a senior is welcome to take the first year course if they'd like.
Even parents see the benefits.
I think the class is really great. It's going to really challenge the kids in a different way. It's going to improve their critical thinking skills. It's going to get them to collaborate more as young adults as they prepare themselves to go to college. And overall, I think it's going to be a win-win for them. I'm glad the Frisco ISD brought this program to the students.
We think this class will help with everything. We think it'll really help with all your classes, with career down the road. Because it's a skills-based course, we really think there's skills that'll fit in lots of things that students are doing.
The courses will be hosted at Reedy, Liberty, Wakeland, and Heritage High Schools. Students at other campuses can use the district shuttle service to get them to these locations.
There is a lot of discussion from colleges especially that students, while they have content, sometimes they're missing a few of those skills that would make college a better fit for them or a better experience for them. So we think just across the board colleges are saying we really want kids to gain better like critical thinking skills. We feel like we're addressing a need for a lot of our students.
The AP Capstone program provides students with a chance to extend their learning in ways that can help their overall education experience. I'm Mary Kate Sunderman for Frisco ISD TV.
Thanks, Mary Kate. That sounds like a perfect introduction to AP.
I wish I'd had the opportunity to take that class. Speaking of cool classes, one at the CTE Center helps students understand what it means to stay in line.
Aaron Davis went out with the class as they saw things differently.
We've seen cases in society where going to a party, having a few drinks, and driving home can lead to negative outcomes. The CTE Center's law enforcement class went outside the lines of the traditional classroom to get the buzz on a life lesson.
We're actually wearing drunk goggles to learn about the vision impairment of what it's like to be intoxicated.
What we wanted to do was to teach the students that what they hear about buzz driving being okay is not okay, and it's meant to show them that buzz driving is indeed intoxicated driving.
The class used these blood alcohol content goggles that show how a person's vision changes depending on how much they drink.
In the state of Texas, our legal limit is 0.08. One set of goggles simulates anywhere between 0.07 and 0.10 BAC. The second set of goggles is approximately double the legal limit, and it ranges from 0.17 to 0.20 on the BAC scale.
When we were wearing the buzz goggles, we can't walk on a straight line, like pass the test, so that lets us know that we can't get behind the wheel.
The students performed different tasks, from trying to walk a straight line and pick up a penny to high-fiving each other, all while wearing the goggles.
All right, they pulled it off. We're trying to simulate the fine motor skills that you lose when you're under the influence of alcohol. Now, if you'll notice, yes, the last group, they were able to slap hands, but if you asked them, it took an awful lot of concentration.
Me, along with the other students, thought that you know, I mean, it's not going to be that bad. You know, it just doesn't visually impair you as bad, and then you actually put the goggles on, don't really realize just how impaired you get.
Hopefully this project will help students see straight when it comes to the dangers of drinking and driving. I'm Erin Davis for Frisco ISD-TV.
It's good to see students learn about a problem that has taken so many lives. Thanks, Erin. Sports are a big deal throughout the district. Oscar Mejangos visited schools that are taking them to the next level.
Many of us have grown up watching some kind of sport, either on TV or at a stadium with thousands. What about watching people play a video game? Well, it's a growing trend globally, and students are bringing their A game to school.
Millennials today, you know, their sport is video gaming. You know, we've grown up, you know, playing video games, you know, all of our life, and now millennials are reaching the age of, you know, 18 to 24, where they want to, they maybe don't have the time to play every day, but they want to watch.
Students throughout Frisco ISD are watching what's called eSports, short for electronic sports, with individuals and teams competing around the world for major prizes.
This revolution of the spectating a video game and the competitive play of video game, you know, you look at the number of people watching eSports on a monthly basis, and it's almost 200 million people a month.
I like watching competitive gameplay to see the strategies that these professional players have, so I could maybe adapt them into my own play.
Alex and Brendan are two of the 3 students that founded the eSports club at Lone Star High School.
We have a bunch of competitive games, mostly it's CSGO and League of Legends. Other games include Dota, Smash, and Smite.
We advertise to people, we have practices every Saturday, and we have meetings after school during the week where we attempt to organize everything, or have been, due to the fact that we are a relatively new club.
They're lining up in big numbers to play this sport.
I did not expect around 70 people to come in and start wanting to just do this. So I had to organize everyone.
Gaming has grown from a single person with a single controller. Alex mentions CSGO, which stands for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, that requires players to work together.
You don't really have to rely on strategy as much as the other competitive games, but this one you have to rely on teamwork. You have to know what they are doing at all times. You have to have great communication, and one little slip up could just change the whole game.
Not all play is running smoothly for everyone.
The scheduling's pretty terrible, and I guess it's just going to be a train wreck all the way through.
Christina is a League of Legends player for Frisco High School's eSports club.
If the person who actually made eSports knows about League, last minute changes of times, and it's going to be like 7 p.m., nope, 8 p.m. And then people can't participate, and then there's the thing where they changed it to where it's points instead of varsity, and that's pretty unfair.
It's never been done, and it's hard creating your own rules and regulations, how this high school, how this club can also raise money for itself and also abide with the rules of Frisco ISD.
Even Fargo had a hard time getting across the street. Hopefully they'll get past their issues to give players a better experience.
For really esports to reach scale and it to really become the largest sport in the world, we need dedicated teams in a very healthy ecosystem of esports competitions at the high school level.
Companies like PvP Live, a eSports news, score, and analysis site are helping take eSports to the next level.
You know, you look at any professional sport, there's layers of how that infrastructure grows. You know, when you look at football, the NFL starts in high school, and that's when the players start learning and really playing the game and developing that passion for the sport.
Basically, overall, you need to have prior knowledge of the game, how to play the game, a minimum skills of the game, and you have great communication skills with your other players.
Esports now has its roots in Frisco ISD. There's more to be seen on its growth and viability in high school competition. I'm Oscar Mejangos for Frisco ISD-TV.
I'm sure many more campuses will have teams in the future.
Yes, they will.
That's it for this episode of Frisco ISD-TV. Join us next time when we meet an official with an inspirational message.
And see how getting up in the classroom makes a difference.
I'm Tori Bates.
And I'm Kassidy Freeman. Thanks for watching.